fifth grade, and happy Wednesday. Hopefully your year is starting off to a smooth start. You're enjoying things, you're kind of figuring out how this year's gonna work. Now, last week, I asked you to go on a scavenger hunt through the digital music classroom. Heard back from about 20 of you. That lets me know that number one, you know how to find the classroom. Number two, you know how to contact me. If you did not do the scavenger hunt and you did not send me something through that contact form, please go back and do it, because you're going to need to know how to navigate around that digital classroom. Each week, that's where your lessons are going to get put into. So if you don't know how to get to it, you're going to be lost. Okay? So it's not too late to go back and do it. Just go back through the post in Google Classroom, find it, get caught up, then you'll be ready to move on with this. To start, we're going to begin with some body percussion. Percussion meaning sounds that you either hit, shake, or scrape. For doing our body, obviously we're not shaking and scraping anything. So we're going to hit, and depending on where we hit on our body, we create different tones. You have 4 levels. The highest pitch is a snap. Next is a clap. Third level is a pat. And the last level, the lowest pitch, is a stomp. So reviewing that again, 4 levels from highest pitch to lowest pitch. You've got snap, pat, try that again. Snap, clap, pat, then stomp. Let's warm up with a few patterns back and forth, just exploring those. Since I'm on my stool and I don't quite reach the floor, whenever I stomp, I'm just gonna say it, because I don't want to risk falling off the stool. Capiche? Four count patterns. I'll go, then you go. Find the steady pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. My turn. Again. Nice and easy. Yeah, it's quick. Two more times. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. I messed that up, sorry. Stomp, stomp. That's quick. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp. Okay. Now that we're warmed up, and I realize some of that went really fast. Those patterns, that's padding. It's flying. I'm not gonna joke with that. So, I don't know if you noticed, the rhythms for each level, I kept them specific. Whenever we had clap or stomp, it was always that pulse. We wanted that quarter note, that ta. We wanted that grounded feeling. Whenever I snapped, I had TT or 8th notes. Whenever I patted, had 4 sounds, and last year We learned that as ticka ticka. So if I take one of those patterns and break it down, if I had patting on the laps is ticka ticka, clap is always ta. So I could say ticka 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 ta ta, say and go. What if I had snap with what rhythm? TT, ta, ticka ticka, and then ta, say and go. Alrighty. All of this is in preparation for another body percussion pattern. Alright, we've played the patterns. We've said the rhythms out loud, but we just want to remind ourselves what those all look like. We clap and stomp. They look like that. One sound on a beat. Call it ta. If we had this, two sounds on a beat, we called it TT. And then the final thing on pats, we had four sounds on a beat. And we had ticka ticka. So, let's scramble up a couple of patterns here. If I had I'm not going to draw the note heads, that just takes more time. Stick notation. What I have? Say it, go. Ticka ticka ta, ticka ticka ti ti. What if I had check out line 2. Ready and go. T T T T ticka ticka ta. So, now that we have warmed up our bodies, we have echoed some patterns. We've read it, we've played it, we've written it out. Now it's time to put it all together with the dance monkey. Okay, before we jump into this, the dance monkey, the screen, if you're wondering, I can't read that, it's not in English, it's in Catalan. But check out the icons. It's exactly the same levels we talked about. Snap, clap, pat, and stop. So you can ignore the words and just go with the icons. If I fast forward a little bit, it gives you the rhythm and which body percussion to do it. So for example, this would be stomp, snap, stomp, snap, stomp, snap, stomp, snap. Just a nice, even, steady beat. Pat, pat, clap, pat, pat, clap, pat. Try this again. Pat, pat, clap, pat, pat, clap, snap, snap, clap, clap. When you get here, don't forget the rest. Complete silence.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time.
Hispanic Heritage Month. It goes from September 15th until October 15th. And it's a time that we really focus and highlight and celebrate musicians and singers and performers and dancers and entertainers of all kinds from Hispanic heritage. Now, that doesn't mean just Mexico. Hispanic includes Venezuela, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Spain even. Many, many more countries that are considered to have Hispanic culture. You see behind me, I've got a couple that are highlighted. Carlos Santana, Tito Puente, Celia Cruz, Selena, Gustavo Dudamel, Gloria Estefan, and Shakira. But there are dozens more. These just may be names that maybe you're familiar with. I'm going to share with you a little bit more about Tito Puente, the Mambo King. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, clap your hands for Tito Puente. The Mambo King plays and sways as people dance the mambo, the rumba, and the cha-cha. Before he could walk, Tito was making music. He banged spoons and forks on pots and pans, windowsills, and cans. He was so loud, his neighbors in Spanish Harlem said, "Get that boy some music lessons." And that's exactly what his mom did. Tito loved to dance too. Every year, his church held a Stars of the Future contest. Little Tito danced and spun and tapped and drummed, and Tito won. He was named King of the Stars. Over the years, Tito was named King 4 times. When he wasn't playing music, Tito played baseball with sticks out on the streets of his neighborhood. And Tito performed at parties, restaurants, and clubs. His first band was called the Happy Boys, and their music made people happy. During World War II, Tito was in the Navy. He joined the ship's band and learned to play the saxophone and write music. After the war, Tito went to the Juilliard School of Music and dreamed of having his own band. On weekends, Tito played magical mambos and beautiful cha-chas with different bands at the Palladium Ballroom in New York City. People loved dancing to salsa and the rhythms of Tito and his timbales. Still, he wished he could be the band leader. Tito's dream finally came true when he led his very own big band, the Tito Puente Orchestra. He wrote music and recorded more than 100 albums. He made music with Celia Cruz, Santana, and La Lupe. When the Tito Puente Orchestra played, the tambourines sounded like rain on metal roofs. The horns blew high and loud and strong and low. The claves smacked clackety clackety clack clack, and everyone's feet went tappity tap. But best of all, Tito played the timbales. In 1979, Tito won a very special award called a Grammy. The first of 5. It was a way of saying, thank you, Tito. Thank you, Mambo King. Thank you for making us want to sing and dance. The dancers twirled, the lights swirled, and the mambo went on and on. One thing that I really love about this book, you can see it's written in both English and in Spanish. So if you would like to hear it in Spanish, if you go over to the classroom, to the digital classroom in the library page, you can hear me read it in both Spanish and in English, which I think is really beautiful. I have stories about Hispanic musicians written in their native language and in English. So, timbales are a type of drum that's in the percussion family and is a set of multiple. They are tuned to different pitches. Some are higher, some are lower. And to hear timbales and to see a little bit of Tito, check this out. To wrap up, we've gone over body percussion. We've talked about the 4 levels. We did a play along with Dance Monkey by the Tones and I, did a little bit of Hispanic Heritage Month, and learned about the musician Tito Puente, learned a little bit about the timbales. So looping way back to the beginning when we did our rhythm review, the final thing I want you to do is a rhythm identification game. What you're gonna do, you're gonna go to the link that's posted below this in Google Classroom, and you're going to listen to a pattern then select which of the 3 that you hear. I'll walk you through it. So take a look at this next clip and have a fabulous rest of the week. And I will see you all next time with another music at home lesson. Bye, 5th grade. Love y'all. Alrighty. We've gone through the body percussion. We've written the rhythms. We've read the rhythms. We've played the rhythms. So one final thing with this rhythm deal. You're going to do this game called Which Rhythm Do You Hear? You're going to click on level 6 because that's the one that's got ticka-tickas. It's going to pull up 3 patterns. If I read through them. Go ahead and prepare yourself. Then click play. And then figure out which one matches. What I do is I take a look at this first beat. In the first example, I know it starts with a ticka-ticka. The second example has a TT, and the third example has a ticka-ticka. So if I would listen to it again, it definitely starts with a ticka-ticka. So I know it's not option 2. Then I compare the second beat. Here I've got ticka-ticka, then TT. Here I've got ticka-ticka, then ta. So if I listen again, definitely sounds like a TT. So I can read this while I listen just to double check my thinking. Oh yeah, it lines up. Click it, and then go on. Total of 10 questions. You got this.